Hello, everyone. Welcome you all to Eternal IAS. And in this mad series, 5 MCQs a day, we are going to cover another 5 important MCQs, which are important for us from examination point of view and for the prelims, right? This series is totally dedicated to prelims exam. So let us start these 5 current affairs. The first article which we are going to cover is Kochi Lakshadweep Islands. Second one is registered unrecognized political parties. That means some political parties are registered but they are not recognized. Next one is Polar Bear Prerna Program and Jan Aushadhi Kendra. The first article here is Kochi Lakshadweep Islands submarine optical fiber connection. Right. So what exactly is this complete connection is all about? So this is about Kochi Lakshadweep submarine optical fiber. So as you can see, this optical fiber project, this project consists the connection from Kochi to Lakshadweep. So that the optical fiber here means internet speed can be increased. So this article is purely based upon satellite communication, increase in internet speed, as well as this project introduced submarine optical fiber connectivity for the first time in Lakshadweep since independence. Because Lakshadweep is lacking digital connectivity. So it requires digital connectivity, which promotes a high capacity submarine cable link. Right, everyone? So the Department of Telecommunication, which is being funded by the Universal Services Obligation Fund. They are doing this. And you have heard about BSNL, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited, is the project executing agency. Okay. So first statement is correct because it is providing a direct communication link through a dedicated optical fiber cable between Kochi and islands of Lakshadweep. 11 islands of Lakshadweep is going to be covered. First one, the capital of Lakshadweep, that is Kavarati, Kalpeni, Agati. Agati is the same island where we are having the that airport, like the uh, airport of the Lakshadweep is there. Amini, Androth, Minicoy, Bangaram, Bitra, Chetlet, Kiltan, and Cardamom. These are the islands of Lakshadweep where the optical fiber is being connected, right? So that the Digital India project can be soon completed. Whereas the second statement, which is being said that this project would be entirely funded by International Telecommunication Union ITU, this statement is wrong. Why? Because this, as I said, this project would be totally funded by Universal Service Obligation Fund. Okay. And who is going to do that? BSNL. So Kochi to 11 islands, this is being getting covered so that Digital India, National Broadband Mission, e-governance projects, all of these projects can be boosted up. Also, tourism can be boosted because you all know Lakshadweep and Maldives controversy is going on. So Lakshadweep requires digital connectivity, solar power plant, healthcare facilities, so many things it is required. As well as Lakshadweep is the India's smallest union territory. Only it is having 36 islands, around 32 square kilometer. The capital is Kavarati and the principal town also, right? Lakshadweep, the word Lakshadweep is a Malayali word, which means 100,000 islands. Lakshadweep is totally having a tropical climate, right? And it is totally in control of the center. And on the behalf of the central government, an administrator is running there with a complete UT. And according to the census, there are zero ST residing in SC residing in Lakshadweep. But whereas the population of ST is considered, yes, ST are there, but SC zero. Okay, everyone, getting my point? So Lakshadweep is important from the geography as well as these current affairs point of view from for the upcoming exam. So you have to cover these points as well. Getting my point, everyone? So this first question you have to cover. Moving on to the second question is about the unrecognized political parties, like the political parties whose they have registered under the Election Commission of India, but they are unrecognized. So this is the term which is important for us. You can read the question. Registered unrecognized political parties. These are those political parties, like though the political party which are newly registered and they have not secured enough percentage of votes in the assembly or in the elections to become a state party. Okay. So first statement you can see that is totally correct. The registered unrecognized political parties are newly registered or those who have not secured enough percentage of votes in the assembly. Okay. Second statement you can see here. These parties need not submit their audited finance statement to the election commission to get an election symbol. This is wrong. The symbols are provided and they have to give this thing to the election commission. So election commission of India, ECI, has made it mandatory for them to give their audit accounts of the last 3 years, as well as whatever the symbols is there, ECI is going to provide all the symbols. So everything is upon the ECI here. So the correct statement is first only, second statement is totally wrong here. Okay, so this is the unrecognized party. Unrecognized political parties. Okay, so you have to note it down because recently Election Commission of India has declared that 86 political parties are there which are under RUPP. RUPP is registered unrecognized political parties. Getting my point? Okay. Moving on to the third question, let's see polar bears. You all have heard about polar bears, right? So polar bears, they were recently in news because of the IUCN status. So that's why I am asking question about this. So polar bear is a large carnivorous animal and they are actually, if I talk about the native place of polar bears, native place is Arctic Circle, the region surrounding Arctic Ocean. They are excellent swimmers and they use sea ice, as a platform to hunt everything. So now the question is polar bears. According to the red list of IUCN, polar bears are listed as what category? Polar bears are listed as vulnerable. Okay, write down in your notes. They are vulnerable. IUCN. Okay. The scientific name for polar bear is Ursus maritimus. What is the scientific name? Ursus maritimus. And they are founding in Arctic region. They are very much closely to the sea ice. They live there. And you all know the physical appearance, the size and the weight. You all know they are the largest bears of all. Largest bears. As well as they are the largest land carnivores. And the adult male of the polar bears, they are around 410 to 720 kilograms. Whereas the female polar bear, they are generally smaller than the male. And polar bears have a dense layer of fur to keep them warm in the cold Arctic temperature, right? Their fur appears white because they are providing camouflage against the snow and the ice, right? Despite of the fact that they're having white fur, the skin underneath the polar bear is black. Okay, so these are the important facts. In second statement also, amongst the birds and the fox, one disease has been suspected there, that is highly pathogenic avian influenza. So it is a suspected virus that has been traveled in the region via the migratory birds, because the migratory birds go from one place to another. They might have carried some kind of virus, and that's how this in the Arctic region this has been seen. So that's why this topic was in news. So these are like they are very much you can say very much exposed to this avian influenza. Right, everyone? So this was the article which you all have to study. Moving on to the next question. So both first statement was wrong. So the answer for the question is A, because in the question I asked incorrect. Most of you have heard that I might have been asking about the correct. No, I am asking about incorrect statement. Okay, so you have to see incorrect word. So first statement is incorrect because in the question it is written critically endangered, whereas the answer is vulnerable. Moving on to the next question, question number 4 about the Prerna program recently launched by Ministry of Education. So the first statement is totally correct. Ministry of Education has launched one program known as Prerna program. Prerna program, an experiential learning program. I'm telling you, very, very important topic. Prerna, an experiential learning program. It says that we are providing students who are of any age group. We are selecting 20 people, 20 students each week, 10 boys, 10 girls, no gender discrimination from different regions of the country, and they are going to attend this Prerna program for the experimental learning. Okay, so you all are getting my point. So this Prerna program is all about the experiential learning. What it includes, there can be a question from this topic. So traditional values, all the traditional values plus the modern values, modern curriculum. These two will be combined and the students from class 9th to 12th will be selected. 20 students every week. Okay. So it is a week long residential program. And where are they going to stay? These students are going to stay at what place? These students are going to stay at a school named as Vernacular School, Vadnagar, Gujarat. This is a school which has been established by British government. So 20 students will be selected and that's how the points will be completed. Like the students are going to engage themselves in these things. Getting my point? So this is all about what you have to study, what you have to learn about the Prerna program, and nothing else information is required for this question. I told you each and every bit of this question, Prerna education or Prerna program. So this is all you have to learn. And I hope I am clear to you all. And if you're liking the lecture, you can comment, you can like, or you can share the video. And if you are learning anything from this lecture, if you are learning a single thing from this lecture, do comment. Moving on to the last question of this series. The last question is Jan Aushadhi Kendra. I hope you all have heard about the name Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Jan Aushadhi Kendra has been started by Prime Minister. Okay, so not Prime Minister exactly, but like the scheme is named as PM Jan Aushadhi Kendra. So what is this Jan Aushadhi Kendra area or anything? So see, this Jan Aushadhi Kendra is basically the place where you are going to find the medicines cheaper than other places, right? So you can see the price lower than the popular brands, we are going to have those medicines. Okay, so you can read it from here. Jan Aushadhi Kendra sell generic drugs that are priced 50 to 60% lower than the popular brands. Okay, so that's how the now this is being expanded to all over India, and Pharmaceutical and Medical Device Bureau of India is implementing, and they are opening centers at the every nook and corner of city, as well as they like during this financial year 23, the Pharmaceutical and Medical Devices Bureau of India, they already sold medicines worth rupees 1236, like 1236 crores, right? So citizens have saved a lot by this. Also, if I talk about which state in India is having the maximum number of Jan Aushadhi Kendra, if I talk about this fact, then you will be surprised to know UP has the maximum number of Jan Aushadhi Kendra. Getting my point? This data has been recently released. That's why I'm telling you this data. right? So these are providing the lower cost medicines, pharmaceuticals. They are providing generic drugs, right? Who is implementing? You have to remember. Who can open a Janaushadhi Kendra? Any state government, any recognized organization, NGO, private hospital, doctors, any pharmacist who has a degree of pharmacist like B Pharma, D Pharma degree, they are holder as a pharmacist. They can open this Janaushadhi Kendra because only the pharmacist can know what is generic and what is not, what is the composition, what is the salt in there, right? So that's how this PM Janaushadhi Kendra, now they are being opened more and more in the most areas of India. So who can open? What is this? That's all you have to remember because this initiative is playing a crucial role in making generic medicines accessible to all, accessible to the public. Right? When this has been started, 2015, but now present era, it is been getting boost. Right? Implementing body, remember who is getting implemented, and WHO has also said this practice as a good practice. Under the section of WHO's good practice, PM Janaushadhi Kendra is one of them. Getting? So this is all you have to remember about this. These questions we have covered total 5 articles today. Lakshadweep, as I told you, one of the most important article because of the present controversy between Lakshadweep and Maldives. Same as that way, this Election Commission of India has released a list. That's why this article was in news. Polar bear, because IUCN status has been given. Prerna program and Janaushadhi Kendra. Recently, these programs has been launched and PM Janaushadhi Kendra was written in the newspaper and the data has been released that center is going to implement more Janaushadhi Kendra. So that's why these topics were in news. And I want all of you to understand these 5 articles and see the previous videos as well, whatever I have already covered. So try to go through all the questions. If you are doing 5 MCQs daily, getting the knowledge of those 5 concepts, that is good, right? You are covering newspapers also and doing the questions. That is very good for the upcoming prelims from the current affairs point of view. Okay, then. Meet you all in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Thank you. Jai Hind.